So let's just jump right in. Have you ever felt like you have a complete master's degree in your own problems? I mean, you can explain exactly why you're stressed, you know all your triggers, you can map out your trauma, but you still feel totally, completely disconnected from yourself. Like, the analysis is 100%, but the actual feeling part, it's just not there.
Which really brings us to this question right here. Does this hit home for you? You can draw a perfect flowchart of your anxiety, but when it comes to actually feeling relief or real joy or even just deep sadness, it's like you're watching a movie about your own life instead of actually living it. If that sounds familiar, then you are absolutely in the right place. You know, what you might be experiencing is a very specific defense mechanism called intellectualization, and it's basically a flight into your mind. When an emotion gets a little too hot to handle, your brain performs this brilliant little escape maneuver. It flips the switch from feeling mode right into understanding mode. It takes all those raw, messy emotions and turns them into clean, logical data points.
Now listen, this is not a flaw in your character. It's actually a feature of your brain's security system. Intellectualization isn't you being difficult or cold. It's your brain stepping up to be your bodyguard. It's using logic as a shield to protect you from what it thinks is a major emotional threat. So, how exactly does this shield work?
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, when you see how intellectualization stands apart from its cousins, right? With denial, you just refuse to accept reality at all. With rationalization, you're basically making up excuses to protect your ego. But with intellectualization, you totally accept the facts of the situation. You just surgically remove the emotional impact so it doesn't sting. You're not denying the problem, you're just analyzing it to death to keep it at a safe distance.
So where does a sophisticated defense like this even come from? Well, a lot of the time, it's learned. Maybe you grew up in a house where big emotions were seen as just unproductive or chaotic. Or maybe you were praised for being the strong one in a crisis. Or hey, maybe you work in a field like medicine, law, or tech, where being objective and detached is a huge professional asset. Your brain learns a very simple equation. Understanding a problem is the same as solving it, and feeling it, well, that's just a distraction.
But that bodyguard, that protection, it comes with a pretty steep price tag. Living from the neck up feels safe in the short term, but the long-term cost is this quiet, creeping disconnection from your own life. Let's actually dig into what that feels like.
First up, the big one, emotional numbness. See, when you build a giant dam to hold back the bad feelings, like sadness or anger, you don't get to pick and choose. You inadvertently block all the good ones, too. Joy, excitement, passion, inspiration, they all get stuck behind that exact same wall, and it just leaves you feeling kind of flat.
And while that numbness is exactly what leads to that classic feeling of being a robot. Life stops being a series of moments to be truly experienced, and instead it becomes a list of tasks to be analyzed and completed. You're going through the motions, you're executing the plan, but all the color and the vibrancy of life, it's just missing.
And ultimately, what this all adds up to is this profound feeling of watching your own life through a screen. You're a spectator, not a participant. There's this constant, isolating sense that you're just one step removed from everything. And that can lead to a really deep loss of meaning.
So, how do you break through the screen? Here's the most important part of this whole conversation. You can't think your way out of a problem that was created by overthinking. The way out isn't more analysis. The path is down. It's by dropping out of your head and back into your body through physical sensation.
And this brings us to the really hopeful work of Dr. Peter Levine. He developed a powerful approach called somatic experiencing, and what his research showed is just incredible. Our bodies have this natural, built-in ability to heal and reset from all kinds of stress and trauma. We have to learn how to listen to them again.
The whole idea really started from watching animals in the wild. After a lion chase, a gazelle doesn't go find a therapist to analyze the lion's motivations. It literally shakes. It trembles and shakes and discharges all of that fight or flight energy, and then it resets its nervous system. Somatic experiencing is all about the fact that we humans have that exact same instinctual ability.
Okay, so enough theory, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through 3 really simple exercises from this somatic toolkit. You can use these right now to start reconnecting your mind with your body and helping your nervous system settle down.
First up, finding physical comfort. Just for a second, right where you are, just notice how you feel overall. Now, gently move your feet around until you feel them making a solid, firm connection with the floor. Good. Now lean back and really feel the chair fully supporting your back and your weight. Let it hold you. And just for a moment, just enjoy that feeling of being supported and stable. What do you notice now?
Okay, next we've got an exercise called containment. Go ahead and place your right hand under your left armpit so you're kind of holding your chest, then cross your left hand over and place it on your right bicep or shoulder. Basically, you're giving yourself a gentle, secure hug. And now just feel. Notice the warmth coming from your hands, the gentle pressure, that subtle sense of being held, of being contained. This simple action is a huge signal of safety to your nervous system. As you hold yourself here for a moment, how does the rest of your body respond to that?
And now for a technique that is, I'm telling you, surprisingly powerful. It might feel a little weird at first, but stick with me on this. It is all about vibration.
All right, this one is called the VOO sound. What I want you to do is take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, make a deep, low-pitched VOO sound, almost like a foghorn. The goal here isn't to be loud, it's to create a vibration. See if you can feel that deep rumble through your chest down into your torso. This vibration is just a fantastic way to discharge stored-up nervous energy. If it feels calming, go ahead and do it 1 or 2 more times. And when you're done, just sit for a moment and notice what your experience is now.
So, what is the bottom line here? Intellectualization is a shield. It's a really smart one, but it is not a long-term solution. That numbness you feel is the price you pay for that short-term safety. Real healing, real connection, it happens when we gently and safely reconnect with our body's physical sensations. You can't think your way out of a feeling. You have to feel your way through it.
And that leaves us with one final question to just sit with. Think about your own life. What is one feeling, maybe it's anxiety or grief or just frustration, that you've been trying to analyze and understand instead of just allowing yourself to